I'm out.
If you ever mistreat this child again, man, I will blow the back of your head off.
You ain't the only one got a gun.
I ain't gonna say it no more.
I don't care. You say as many times as you want to. You gonna pull out that old gun of yours if you want, but I tell you, you best be ready to use it.
I know the rules, Bill.
Oh, I'm supposed to be scared now?
Check it out. Man, once upon a time, black people really took care of one another. Want nothing in return but the peace of mind that you're okay. Lackawanna Blues is a reminder of that period and an explanation of what happened to it. Check it out.
You. Hey yo, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe to become a hood figure. That way you can recommend what movies I should do next. But for now, check it out.
What's it about? Lackawanna Blues is about the eyewitness accounts of a young boy, now a man, reminiscing about the most influential person in his life and her role as a matriarch of a community. Here, Rachel Nanny Crosby, a middle-aged woman who maintains a boarding house for those transitioning, lost, thrown away after the war or the Great Migration. Acting as a tribute to the strength and fortitude of women, Lackawanna Blues at its core is a celebration of extended family, about the times when we supported each other and came together to laugh, cry, then make up because we love one another. Check it out. And here's the characters of Lackawanna. Ruben Santiago Jr. is who Nanny's raising as her own son, a curious young man who's learning about the experiences of life from the experience of others. Rachel Nanny Crosby is the mother of the community. With an open heart and hand, a taker of strays and a lover of all, Nanny started as a domestic worker and later opening a cab stand before basically owning a bed and breakfast hotel. She never had it all, but all she had she worked for while sharing it all with others.
Bill was Nanny's husband, a big old yellow Geechee boy, 17
Bill
years
Crosby
junior.
was Nanny's young boo thing. 15 years younger than Nanny, Bill mostly does whatever Nanny tells him to. Although he's hot-headed and a slight fuckboy, Nanny keeps Bill around because she has needs. Plus, understanding her role, she has Bill around for protection. Bill is like most men with contradicting characteristics. On one hand, he's unequally yoked with a woman more mature than him. But on the other hand, he makes up for it by defending what she has to offer. Old Po Carl was a player in the Negro League. He's played by Lou Myers, the cook from a different world. Here, he's a sweet, grumpy old man.
Well, the French give it to him. Deliver her. Put her right there in the heart.
Ricky was most likely a lesbian stud, accepted as one of the guys for sure. Ricky's presence at Nanny's showed how progressive Nanny actually was.
Hey, mother. Wish me luck. Luck was you getting out of Georgia alive.
Shaky Winfield, that was a cousin of Nanny's.
Nanny brought his whole family up from Virginia.
That's a big river.
Snow.
You ain't got no education.
Numbfinger Pete was a walking Wikipedia. He just loved blurting out facts.
Why must we equate intelligence with white men?
Jimmy and Pauline shared a toxic love.
One day they tried to cut each other's throats. The next day,
Freddie Cobbs was a soldier who fought honorably unarmed. As a Negro soldier, they wouldn't even get him a gun to fight in the war. Mr. Paul was rumored to have killed someone. He's a stoic man of little words. Lonnie was another war vet. Shell-shocked at best, he's probably suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome, which may be why Nanny looks after him so well.
Nanny used to say,
Come on, let's go inside.
all of them went to Vietnam,
I got some cornbread, nice hot cornbread.
but only half of them came back.
All these people basically had nobody, but together they came together at Nanny's and now had a family. Check it out.
People used to say,
What I see? This movie is a collection of black experiences, such as the life of a black soldier who fought honorably but wasn't allowed to have a rifle, or the proud one-armed gentleman, a former Negro League baseball player, a lesbian stud, and so on. As some stayed, others moved on as they got on their feet. I noticed none of Nanny tenants overstayed their welcome. It was something in her that helped all them progress somehow. But in the same token, the doors at Nanny's was always revolving. This allowed each character that lived there or visited to donate a piece of themselves to Junior. So that we clear, this movie is a memory based on the life of its writer, Reuben S. Hudson, but even more a reminder to the viewers of a time when inner city people took care of each other. This film takes place in Lackawanna, but within the culture, it's the precipice of integration. Check it out, hold up. The thing about integration is, it broke up the black community. Prior to segregation, the black community survived through its ecosystem of networking. Doctors, lawyers, dentists, business owners, tradesmen, all participating in circulating the black dollar, keeping our resources, our money, in the hood, in our community. Segregation ended up luring professionals out our communities to other communities with their resources following, leaving behind the outcome we see as the film concludes. I know for a fact, luckily, many of us were fortunate to have a nanny-like person in our lives. And what's realer than that is, this may be the time for some of us to step into that role in order to preserve the next generation. Check it out. All right, here goes some Lackawanna lessons. Lessons from Lackawanna Blues. Lesson. You can't go around hurting white folks' feelings without consequence.
Understand what I'm saying to you?
Even after segregation.
You can't go around hurting white folks in any form or fashion, even if you're white. Yeah, it's John Brown. That's history, son. You look it up.
Lesson. Always be a lady and carry yourself as such.
Kicking down doors, breaking out windows, and acting a fool. But that didn't suit me. I'm a lady, and I'm gonna conduct myself as such.
But I ain't no lady.
Lesson. You don't have to react when someone talks crazy. Most of the time, you should just watch as they lips flap and enjoy the breeze. Lesson. It's not considered getting in somebody's business if you're standing up against what's right and wrong.
Between me and mine. No, what I'm up between is right and wrong.
Lesson. It's alright to be upset, but never hate.
You hear me? I done had to deal with that poison my whole life. It's all right to be upset, but not hate.
Lesson. Death is nothing to fear. Like a friend, it removes all your troubles and worries.
When this long, hard journey is over, and I'm too tired to go on, death will say, I understand. And there'll be no more trouble, no more pain.
Check it out. When you see it, at its roots, Lackawanna Blues is a celebration of matriarchal strength and leadership in our communities. Nanny was like the government, if it worked, is how Junior put it. A source of seemingly inexhaustible kindness, unyielding strength, late night meals, and a dose of no-nonsense discipline. And, on occasion, hard cash for those in need. The strength of Nanny can't be marginalized. Seeing her stand up to the heavyweight champ brought tears to me. That's the strength of our black pillars. That's what Nanny was. This was Sharon's Epatha's first leading role, and she nailed it. But besides Nanny's courage to lead, her ability to enforce the rules of conduct was based on the recipients of her generosity, often feeling too ashamed not to at least try to live up to her example, which is a hell of a Jedi mind trick to get the best out of people. By all means, Miss Rachel Nanny Crosby was a gangster. Lackawanna is 6 miles from Buffalo, New York. During this point in history, many black communities were doing better than before. Due to surplus of jobs, blacks could support themselves and enjoy the liberty a good income brings. That's why an ambitious woman like Nanny can open up several storefronts and own businesses. So I guess maybe perhaps the beauty of Lackawanna Blues is the essence of nostalgia. Check it out. So in closing, a movie like Lackawanna Blues makes you feel good, like a slow-cooked meal on Sunday. But simply put, if you're wondering what happened to communities like Lackawanna and how to restore the feeling, what caused the decline of communities like Lackawanna Blues was integration. Every door integration opened meant the closing of one in the black community. Just like Walmart did to small business owners, what I want you guys to take away from this film is how we're all broken as a collective. More of our communities need nannies to help us repair and piece the pieces of ourselves together. The purpose of these reviews serve the same goal as the good people of Lackawanna had in sharing their experience with Reuben Franklin Jr. They wanted him like I want y'all to have more and amount to more than I did. So as they gave Franklin Jr. their best, I too attempt to translate the black cinematic experience as best I can, hoping to make us better. The most important thing to take away from this movie is that we should return to having a mutual collective concern for our neighbors in our hood. What makes Lackawanna Blues a treasure is how it shows the balance of the black community with the boy in the house as its vessel. It's all there, from blue collar to white collar, from hustler to those down on their luck, and everything in between. Seeing Junior grow up and navigate was akin to how we should be again, perhaps. Lackawanna Blues is a tribute to a woman who rescued so many souls. Everything that Nanny was to the boarding house is what we should be for our hood, our communities, our apartment complexes. But as always, I'm Foxx. This is Check It Out. Let me know any lessons I missed in the comments. Check It Out Hood Reviews, the official black-owned business. Hitting that like, sharing, and subscribing is the least expensive way to show your support, fam. And as usual, like I always say, like, share, and subscribe so the big homie can survive. Y'all be cool, be safe, remember to choose wisely. Here go them extras. Alright, extra, extra, extra. Did you know before Lackawanna Blues premiered on HBO in 2005 and 2001, it was a play on Broadway? And just most recently, they used that stage play and a couple black other stage plays to bring back Broadway. Anyway, y'all be cool, man. Yeah, that's a wrap.
Pauline, I'm sorry. You're gonna have me going to the party all burnt up around the forehead.
Walking with my baby, she got great big feet. She long lean and leg ain't had none to eat, but she's my baby, and I love her just the same.
So if you want to give me a dose of what you give her, bring it on. Cause if you ever touch that child again, baby, we gon' dance. Now, when she ready, she'll call you.